Hello, Taurus, and Happy New Year. These are your messages for January 2018. I am shuffling and dropping the cards everywhere right now. Your messages, these are general messages, general readings for January 2018 for Taurus's sun, moon, and rising. If you know what your moon and your rising sign is, I do encourage you to watch those messages as well. I will be putting up love readings probably towards the middle of the month once I get into my groove, because all these videos are very new to me. This is the first time that I'm actually recording tarot videos for the public. I usually just do this for my friends and some people that have asked for it. I don't really broadcast the fact that I can do tarot readings. But I felt that, this would be a good way to give back in my own little way. So let's just get started. And we're talking. Okay. So, Spirit, what are the messages for Taurus? Show me Taurus. January 2018. Show me Taurus. January 2018. Show me Taurus. 2018. January. Show me Taurus. Show me Taurus. Show me Taurus. 2018. Okay. Now, I am also a Taurus, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, we'll go wild. Okay. We're going to pull some clarifiers from the Fountain Tarot that I love very much. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, I don't know if you can see it, we have the Three of Swords in the upright. And that really speaks to some sort of, I know a lot of people like to go straight to the heartbreak, but this is some sort of like disappointment. It doesn't necessarily have to do with love. I mean, there are swords there. So this could be mental unrest or something that is racking your brain, worry, something that is weighing heavy on your heart and your mind. It is definitely a heartbreak of some kind, but not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to relate to love. Okay, so the first card you have up is the Devil, and this talks about like an unhealthy bond with someone or something. This could be something you're attached to, or something that's attached to you. This is definitely an unhealthy relationship dynamic that's happening here. But it's interesting because it's next to the Four of Wands, which is the home card, the happy home card. Now, this is sort of telling me that this might be a love reading. There's definitely a lot of sex happening here. Devil is also sex. And it's also this card of Capricorn, I believe. This may be happening around December or January, if you're getting this. Let's see, maybe you're feeling, because I know as a Taurus, I definitely feel this myself, where you're being drawn back into the home, the responsibilities of home and the attachments there, and you're trying to do your own thing, but you do feel tied to the home and your responsibilities there and your responsibility to family. So I feel like these two cards go together. The Knight of Cups, I do feel something different. There is an offer of love there that's coming in January. Someone stable enough is going to come into your life. Someone that's not going to try to someone that's going to give you that traditional kind of relationship that you've been looking for, something that you've had in your mind, this ideal relationship you've had in your mind for a while, and that this person's coming in, quite the knight in shining armor, is going to come in and offer that love to you. And it's the Knight of Cups here, and cups are emotion. And the Hierophant, this is all about, social structures. These are very, I wouldn't say rigid, but things that follow the norm, the normal way of doing things, or the socially accepted way of doing things. But there's definitely I do feel like these two things are separate, but if we put them together, there is an attachment. There's definitely a sexual draw to somebody. And coupled with the happy home, beneath it all, you guys feel like it may seem like you guys have this traditional happy home, but you do have this vibrant sex life, I feel. Especially with that Knight of Cups. He's a gentleman. He is giving you the emotional stability that you want, but also that sexual tension that we Tauruses crave. And people don't know this about us. I mean, we can be very sexual creatures. We all are. I mean, if someone says they don't like sex, I don't get it. Okay, yeah, so in the second half of the month, we have the Three of Wands in reverse. And now upright, you could be waiting for your ships to come in, and we've got the ships right here, and someone looking out and waiting for their due, right? So waiting for what they feel they deserve to come in. But reversed, we're getting that wait is over. But this is interesting. So you've got the Hermit and the Temperance there. So I feel like you're no longer looking for it. I don't believe that the wait is over. You're not looking for it anymore. You're not looking out for it. You're kind of like, you know what? If it's going to come, it's going to come. This is turning into a love reading, just so you know. Sorry about that. And I feel like you're sort of... with these two cards together, I feel like you're starting to focus on yourself more. And that's where you're starting to find balance here. You're starting to find that emotional stability that you've looked for, for years. And I'm starting to feel like this confusion starting to dissipate around you, with that Temperance and the Hermit together there. Then you have the Lovers that comes up reversed. And I wouldn't really worry about this too much, especially if this reading starts to look like a love reading. This may be that you're not ready to make that commitment yet. I feel like since you aren't looking for it yet, and this guy is coming in, or this woman is coming in, because it could be a woman. They're just archetypes. You're not quite ready. You see, and that makes sense if you're starting to really focus on yourself. You kind of, there's a commitment there that you're just not ready to make. I feel like someone definitely has their eye on you and definitely wants to give you what you want, but you maybe it's not what you want anymore. And maybe that's where that mental anguish is coming from, because you thought you knew what you wanted, but now here you are, face to face with that offer. It's exactly what you've been looking for all these years or months or all this time. And you know what? I don't think it doesn't seem for me, just reading the cards and the feeling that I'm getting, you thought it would be different. I'm getting the feeling that it's not what you looked for, what you had been searching for. It doesn't look like that. And I think that's okay. I do believe that, sometimes when we get what we want, it's really not what we envisioned in the beginning. And that's okay. You know, I think, and I'm definitely not saying just take what you can get. Definitely go after exactly what you want. Don't ever settle. But if you're not ready, there's really no rush here. I really do feel a sense of contentment here. I feel like things are finally being offered to you. You're no longer chasing anybody or anything. You're sort of sitting back and letting you're in receiving mode right now. And I think that's great. I really do believe that that's where you need to be. I think you need to stop chasing people and things and stop trying to prove that you're worthy of it. That will all be in vain, trust me. Okay, so now I'm going to read from the Fountain Tarot, which is a beautiful deck. If you can see that. Yeah. So this deck is truly one of the most gorgeous decks I've ever had and owned. And it is one of those decks that like sees into your soul. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers. And the sun is beaming on me. I need to get out of this sun. Okay, so let's pick 2 clarifiers here. Okay. 6 of Coins and the 9 of Wands. All right, let's read both of the messages there. The messages in this book are so beautiful. So the 6 of Coins. And the artwork here is gorgeous. Oh, you see that? I'm sorry, I can't see anything. I don't know if you can see anything. This is the 9 of Wands. Pull it away from the sun. Okay. Sorry. All right, so 6 of Coins, giving and receiving. Look at that. What did I say? You guys are going to be in receiving mode. At some point in our lives, we all need assistance. The 6 of Coins speaks to the relationship we have with others, surrounding our prosperity or lack of it. United in an endless knot of connectivity, we must learn to give without judgment and receive without shame. Like a living thing, this balance requires nurturing. Pay attention to where you are in this equation and make space for what is needed. Harmony can be restored through awareness, action, and a generous heart. And I feel like that ties so well into the Temperance. You've got to be in that giving and receiving mode. And you have to realize that it is a balance. You can't always give. All right, so the meaning is reciprocity, change in circumstances, generosity, gratitude, stability, a gift, and return of a favor. I do believe that you are in a position now, or you come into the new year with a new attitude. I think you're starting to realize the things that you deserve in life, and whether that be, a relationship, a new job, more peace in your life, more prosperity, more love, more happiness, whatever it could be all of those things, good health, whatever it is. I do believe you're coming into the new year believing that you deserve it, and knowing that no one is any better than anyone else, and just because someone else has something that you want doesn't make them better or more deserving of it. You deserve it too. You deserve that relationship. You deserve that job. You deserve that salary. You deserve whatever your heart desires, and never ever settle. So now let's look at the 9 of Wands here. Let me do this actually. Can you see that? See that? So 9 of Wands. The final push. Nearly exhausted and a little doubtful that he will ever reach the top, A man exerts a final push in the hopes of completing what he started. With the Knight of Wands, success is certain, and unstoppable energy has been released. Accomplished achievers know this feeling well. Each new challenge brings wisdom, but it also exacts a toll. You are stronger for your efforts, and now is the time to savor your achievement. Replenish your energy and consider what you have learned. New challenges lie ahead, and your attention must stay keen. Yeah, so I feel like here you guys are on the right path and you're almost there, but you've got to keep your eyes on the prize in it, and that ties well into getting what you deserve and achieving that in the new year. You have to just keep your eyes on the prize and just know that it will come to you. Just because it hasn't happened yet does not mean it will not happen. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused. It will happen. The year is still young. So the meaning of this card is hitting the target, preserving against the odds, extreme exertion rewarded by relaxation, a last-minute surge, reflection. And it hits on all of these cards. This deck is really amazing. If you are new to tarot, I do suggest the Fountain Tarot to start off with. It doesn't go by the traditional Rider-Waite interpretations, but the interpretations in this little booklet, they're so deep and so insightful. It's worth it just to learn tarot just based on this little book. Yeah, so the Nine of Wands, the final push. What else did it say? Extreme exertion rewarded by relaxation, a last-minute surge and reflection. So you've got reflection, hitting the target, preserving against the odds. Yeah, I really do think that you have a new perspective on things, and I think it's different this time around. I think you know what you're worth, and you know what you deserve, and no one's going to shake that. And I feel like that's why you're getting this offer. It is exactly what you deserve. Yeah, so I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really see anything else. If you want a private reading from me, my email's below. I think it's the brooklyntarot at gmail.com. I will put the email in the description box below. I do full-length readings for one flat fee. I'm just starting out. I don't really feel like I need to charge a wild, crazy amount. I'm keeping it pretty affordable for now. And the only thing I ask is some feedback in return and some money, because I will be charging. The prices are below, and I really do hope everyone has a very healthy and happy new year, and that this year brings you all the love, health, and wealth that you deserve. Thank you.